Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 5. The Lord reserved these teachings to His 100 sons. Today we are looking at text 28. Text 28. Sri Sukha Uvacha. Sri Sukadev Goswami said, Evam, in this way, Anusasya, after instructing, Atmajan, his sons, Swayam, personally, Anusisitan, highly educated in culture, Api, although Loka Anusasana, Artam, just to instruct the people, Maha Anubhava, the great personality, Parama Sufrit, everyone's sublime well-wisher, Bhagavan, the supreme personality of Godhead, Rishabha Apadesha, who is celebrated and known as Rishabdev, Upashama Silana, of persons who have no desire for material enjoyment, Uparata Karma Nam, who are no longer interested in fruitive activities, Mahamuninam, who are sannyasis, Bhakti, devotional service, Jnana, perfect knowledge, Vairagya, attachment, Lakshanam, characterized by, Paramahamsa, of the best human beings, Dharmam, the duties, Upasik Samana, instructing, Swatanaya, of his sons, Sata, 100, Yesam, the oldest, Parama Bhagavatam, the topmost devotee of the Lord, Bhagavat Jana Parayanam, a follower of the devotees of the Lord, Brahmanas, and Vaishnavas, Bharatam, Bharat Maharaj. Dharini Palanaya. With a view to ruling the world. Abhis Shiksha. Placing on the throne. Swayam. Personally. Bhavane. At home. Eva. Although. Urvarita. Remaining. Sharira Matra. The body only. Parigraha. Accepting. Unmata. A madman. Eva. Exactly like. Gagana Paridhana. Taking the silk as his dress. Sorry. Taking the sky as his dress. Prakirna Kesha. Having scattered hair. Admani. In himself. Aropita. Keeping. Ahavaniya. Sorry. Ahavaniya. Sorry. The Vedic fire. Brahma Bharatat. From the place known as Brahma Varta. Pravaraja. Pravaraja began to travel all over the world. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace. Let's see Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Sukadeva Goswami said, thus the great well-wisher of everyone, the Supreme Lord Rishabhdev, instructed his own sons. Although they were perfectly educated and cultured, he instructed them just to set an example of how a father should instruct his sons before retiring from family life. Sannyasis who are no longer bound by fruitive activity and who have taken to devotional service after all their material desires have been vanquished, also learn by these instructions. Lord Rishabhdev instructed his 100 sons, of whom the eldest, Bharat, was a very advanced devotee and a follower of Vaishnavas. In order to rule the whole world, the Lord enthroned his eldest son on the royal seat. Thereafter, although still at home, Lord Rishabhdev lived like a madman, naked and with dissolved head. Then the Lord took the sacrificial fire within himself, and he left Brahmavarta to tour the whole world. Short purport. Actually, the instruction given to Lord Rishabhdeva's sons were not actually meant for his sons, because they were already educated and highly advanced in knowledge. Rather, these instructions were meant for sannyasis who intend to become advanced devotees. Sannyasis must abide by Lord Sabdev's instructions while on the path of devotional service. Lord Sabdev retired from family life and lived like a naked madman even while still with his family. Hare Krishna. First of all, Lord Sabdev instructed that one should not be a father, a mother, a teacher, a guru, or a public leader. One should not be until one has a qualification to deliver the subject. So we can see that he is doing it himself. He is giving instruction to train all his children who are already advanced devotees, qualified for liberation. He is still giving the training because that is his duty. That's his duty. We must teach by example. That what makes us authentic. We teach by example. So he's instructing his sons. And Prabhupada said the instructions given by Lord Sabdev is not actually for the sons because they're already liberated souls. It is for those of us who are taken to Krishna consciousness. This is for us. But he has to use his children to give the instructions. That is the way. So he has used it. Pure devotees, they will hear and make good use of it. Therefore, Krishna used pure devotee to teach us what we should do. A conditioned soul will not be able to ask the questions Arjuna asked Krishna. What is intelligence to ask those questions? So devotees had to be put in a situation where they will ask Krishna questions. And then Krishna will give the instruction which is necessary for everyone. So we need these instructions, not the children of Lord Sabdev who are already pure devotees. Or they are being used as an instrument to teach us. So Prabhupada said, all sannyasis must abide by Lord Sabdev's instructions while on the path of devotional service. Yes. We get these instructions so we can do our duty perfectly. Without the training, we mentioned the other day, no one should be engaged in doing anything without the training. Before we engage someone in any service, we will train the person to understand the service. That is the way. So the Sabdev is doing that perfectly. He is described here, his qualities are mentioned here. The qualities of the Sabdev is described here. He is the great well-wisher of everyone. The qualification for anyone to lead, he must be the well-wisher of the people. If one is not the well-wisher, an exploiter of the people, He's not qualified to lead. He's not qualified to lead. One is qualified to lead when he is the well-wisher of everyone he wants to lead. It is very, very important because without this qualification, one will exploit people instead of leading the people. People will exploit it. That is what we see everywhere, that our leaders are exploiters, both in the material and the spiritual circle. It is happening. So many people have gone to Himalayas to perform austerity, to do tapasya, to cultivate, to get knowledge. And after this, what will happen? They come back to the city to use their power and getting married to their secretaries in the office. Why? They are not the well-wisher for the people. A well-wisher is one who has the interest of the people in his heart. Therefore, he cannot cheat people. So the subject is the well-wisher of everyone. He's the supreme personality of Godhead. Therefore, he can give this instruction, which is universal instruction. It's a universal instruction. It is not limited to 100 people. It's a universal instruction. This is the duty of those who are magnanimous. Those who are magnanimous will not do things just for themselves. They will do things which is for the whole world. That behavior you see with the sages at Namishaya. They didn't ask Sudha Goswami, cannot tell you what you think is the best thing for me. They didn't ask the question. What do you consider to be the best for the whole world? This is magnanimity. Yes. His qualifications. Although they were perfectly educated and cultured, he instructed them just to set an example of how a father should instruct his sons before retiring from family life, which we mentioned before. He is a perfect leader. He's a perfect father. So he's teaching that. Even though he doesn't need, but they have to still do it. Right? We saw also Karnamamuni. This is a perplexity in Bhagavatam. Karnamamuni, he has the supreme personality of Godhead as his son. Why did he leave home? For what? Huh? His son is there, the supreme personality of Godhead. What austerity is going to do?
Peace the world. But if the goal is to go and meet the Lord, he's going to the forest for what?
The Lord is in the house.
Yeah. Why he's leaving?
Why is he going to the house? That was my question. Why is he leaving? Like he leaving the Lord? That was my question.
So he's teaching by his behavior that we should go out after some time.
Very good. Very good. Even though yesterday Prabhupada mentioned, when we discussed yesterday, Prabhupada mentioned, Vyasadeva does not need instruction from Narada Muni because he himself, the exalted personality. So even if one is God himself, one has to keep the principles to teach others. So Lord Ramachandra has Guru, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has Guru, Krishna himself has Guru, Advaita, Nityananda, all of them they have Guru. So Vyasadeva also have Guru to teach us the process. So it is not wrong that Kapil Muni, having the supreme personality of Godhead in his house, he's still living for what? To teach us how a householder should behave. One must not remain a householder till death. It is inauspicious. One must give up that and take Banaprastha and become sannyas before leaving the body. And the Sabdev is teaching that. The Lord is there anyhow. He does not need to go anywhere. But he's a teacher. He's a leader. He must lead by example. He left the son to go and look for the son. Because he's a householder. He has to teach that by example. So Lord Sabdev is doing the same thing. That's what he's teaching us here. He is living after, although they were perfectly educated and cultured, he instructed them just to set an example. Set an example. How a father should instruct his sons before retiring from family life. Sannyasis who are no longer bound by fruitive activity and who have taken to devotional service after all their material desires have been vanquished. Also, learn by these instructions. Lord Sabdev instructed his 100 sons, of whom the eldest Bharat was a very advanced devotee and a follower of Vaishnavas. In order to rule the whole world, the Lord enthroned his eldest son on the royal seat. He did not just put anyone on the throne. He selected the one which he has trained and have seen that is competent to lead him. There's no vote here. There's no vote here. Yes. This is appointed by qualification, not even by our mundane selection. It's appointed by qualification. He is perfect and qualified to lead, just like his father. His father has the welfare of others. He also has the welfare of the citizens in his heart. As a qualification. For anyone to lead, you must have the interest of the people in the heart. You must know the constituents. The constituents. We should know the people. If you don't know the people, you cannot lead the people. You must know the people. You should know the behavior. Even materially speaking, if you want to be a successful salesman, you should know your customers. If you don't know your customer, you cannot succeed in business. It may have powerful good, but if you don't know your customers, you don't know how to package it, you won't sell. The problem is not the product. The problem is with the salesman. Similarly, responsible leaders, Vaishnavas, devotees, should be qualified devotees who have the compassion in the heart and knows the citizens. Therefore, he can lead. Thereafter, although still at home, Lord Sabdev lived like a madman. That means he disguised himself. He disguised himself so much so that the same people whom he ruled for years did not recognize him. He was living there, but he was not recognized. He disguised himself. Why does he do that? Without disguising himself, he will not be able to achieve his goal. People will still treat him the way they have been treating him as a king, which is an impediment for his practice, for his progress. Therefore, he has to use intelligence to design our Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada said it many times, in many places, and I'll be repeating it, and I will continue to repeat it. We should mold our life in such a way that we remain Krishna conscious 24 hours. The Sabbath did his son Bharat also did that. He became deliberately deaf, dumb, and useless. It was deliberate because he remembered his past deed and he doesn't want to repeat it. It is not wrong to fall, but it is wrong not to learn from what we failed and grow from it. Very dangerous. If you cannot learn from our mistake, it's very dangerous. Mistake is not so bad because we learn from mistake. Mistake is bad if you don't learn from it. So Rusav disguised himself, became like a madman, naked and with disheveled hair, matted hair, the dreadlock. Then the Lord took the sacrificial fire within himself, and he left Parma Varta to tour the whole world. This is independence. This is independent. Nothing binds him. Not food, not shelter, not protection. Nothing binds him. This is independence. Free. Nothing binds him. He's not looking for comfort. What is comfort? But we have so many wants. All the wants are binding forces that will keep us glued to suffering. So a part of perfection is to release us from all these binding forces, including what to eat, what to wear, where to sleep, everything. Independence. When one is depending, when one is as free as air, not depending on anything. Not even the body. See, he does not even depend on his body. Completely free. And he can travel the world happily without feeling anything. There's no obligations. No obligation. With obligation, where is the independence? Without obligation, it's independence. That's independent. Independence. Dependence. That's dependence. Yes. We depend on so many things. So many things. Kitchen.
Oven.
Yes. Yeah. So we chant Hare Krishna, pizza. Hare Krishna, rasgulla, pizza. Hare Krishna, rasmalai. Hare Krishna, rice, sabji. That is not japa. That is not japa. So, Gorkishore Dababaj Maharaj made announcement. Festival. Let's go and invite devotees to come for festival. So thousands, and when they say festival, thousands of people gathered. Thousands. So he came. Someone informed him, Maharaj, the place is full with people for the festival. Festival. He didn't see any boga. So what is festival? Call people for festival. We want to have festival. We should have festival. So thousands of people came for festival. So suddenly from him, Maharaj, the place is full for the festival. So he came out. Dear devotees of Lord Krishna, today's festival, it is not festival of spoons, rice and sabji and dal. This festival is japa. Please bring out your bill. Let's start the festival celebration. Festival begins now and it will end by tomorrow. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, he closed his eyes. After the announcement, he closed his eyes. He never opened it until the next morning, 6 o'clock. Sat down, he chanted japa. Yeah, japa festival. People look at each other. Are you going to participate in the festival? Japa festival. Even our Japa retreat. How is it? Eating 5 times. Yes, Japa retreat. This how many? 5 times. They're eating. God Krishnadar Baba Maharaj, Japa retreat? No. Take shelter of the holy name. He did not open his eyes. He closed his eyes from 6 to 6. Only the next day, he opened his eyes. How many people were there? Then he stood up. He went to his ashram to take a bath and continue the day. Kokishadar Vaji Maharaj, Japa Festival ki. Receive Bhagavan ki. Receive Dev. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki. Yeah. Yes. Comment? Yes, Phil.
You mentioned one point that until and unless we are trained in something, we should not do that thing. So here in Krishna consciousness, we are seeing that people are encouraging day by day.
Yeah.
People are encouraging day by day. The devotees are encouraging day by day. And we are saying that very few trainers are there in Krishna consciousness till today, and people are not getting so much guidance. So what we should do in that kinds of case?
If we want the movement to progress as Krishna conscious movement, we should take interest in training people. As we are bringing people, we should take interest in training them. If you bring people and not training them and leaving them, on who? How can we blame them for whatever wrong they do? Why we should preach if we are not ready to train people? We should train people. Does it happen materially? You employ people in your office or training. Just tell them, just do what you like. Just look around, say anything you like, just do. What's the meaning of organization? What is the meaning? Organization. Organize. So if we are not ready for people, why do we invite people to come? Just like a man and a woman are not ready for a child, and they are engaging in sex life, a child comes abort it. Is that normal? Is that right? That is what we are doing, the same thing. We are not ready to take care of people, but we are making advertisement and preaching, making harnam. So people come, we just don't take care of them. Is that we are bona fide representative of Srila Prabhupada? We should train people whom we have brought here, we should train them. Some years ago, I went to East Africa. In East Africa, they have something they were calling a school. They were calling a school. So they invited me to visit. So I went there. When I went in there, first of all, just by the gate, by the gate, I knew what was happening inside. Just by the gate. Before I entered the the so-called, what is called, looking at the gate, the signboard, I knew what was inside. So when we went inside, and we went around to see what they were calling school, I didn't see that. It is like a slump. So slump. The principal is not there. So I didn't talk. He's supposed to be there, but somehow or other didn't come. So when I was leaving, they gave me visitors a note to sign. I said, excuse me, I'm not going to sign because what I will write here, you will not like it. So please, keep it back. So he kept it down. Then I called the principal. And I said, you invited me to the school you advertised so much. When I came, what I saw, to my own understanding, is not a school. You brought the people from where they were to where they are now. But where they are now is worse than where you brought them from. So, from my experience, I don't know how long this place will last. The place is closed now. This is what I told the person. The place is, in not about a month, they told me they have closed the place. You brought people here, you are not training them, you are not giving them something better than where you brought them from. What good is that you are doing for the people? So if you tell people that material is wrong, is bad, it should come from a better place, and we bring them to the better place, and there's no training for them to understand that this is better and why it is better than where we were before, what is that? Cheating. Better to leave people where they are if we cannot help them. If you want to help people, you should help the people. You should make the endeavor to help the people. They didn't force us. We are going to the people to tell them, Material world is useless. Spiritual life is better. Come to Christian consciousness. Now they have agreed and follow us to Christian consciousness, and we are not training them. It is wrong. It is wrong. They should be trained. We should train devotees. It was just last year here in India, one temple I visited. So they asked me to give a brahmachari class in the afternoon. And one devotee asked me, should we continue to preach and bring people here? I said, why? We are bringing so many people and they are also going as they come. So is it necessary for us to continue bringing people and they will go, bring people after 2 days they are gone? It's a Hare Krishna movement. I got this question. Hare Krishna movement. Why are they going? Why are they going? They're not cared for. We don't care for them. We're not training them. We're not giving them the value which they don't have. That is the thing that we ask them to come here for. We promise them to make them of a value, but they don't see that. We're not giving them that. So they're going back. They will go with a sweet heart to be angry. Why did you deceive me? Why did you bring me here? And if they are not so decent people, they will not just live with anger. They will carry their things and go away. It's a reaction. You cheated me. At least I will take something before leaving from here. I can compensate myself, because if I'm outside there, I must have been doing something, been living my life. But you asked me to give up what I was doing. So if I go back there now, what will happen? I'll carry a phone and go, so that at least I will sell it and have something to start living my life again. This is wrong. As we are preaching to people and we are bringing them here, we should train them. Isn't it?
One question. Yesterday, the strong sadhana.
Yes.
So, what is the meaning of strong sadhana, Maharaj? Everybody is told about strong sadhana. Everybody has their own definition of a strong sadhana. So, how we feel that we are doing strong sadhana or weak sadhana?
The strong sadhana means that one is strict. One is very, very strict in the sadhana, not allowing unnecessary things that will distract, disturb our sadhana. We are giving attention to our practice. We give attention to the practice. We know this is where my fortune will expand. So as we put effort into the practice, the strong sadhana, let me do it in the way that it should be done. Some people are thinking, just chant, go back to Godhead. That is a deceit. That is a deceit. We should go beyond the external. The external should take us to the internal. If you just remain on the surface, that is not strong. Maya will still catch us. Strong sadhana, we are putting effort to make sure we are doing a good japa. We're doing a good service. We put our energy into the services we have to do. We put our make sure this is a chance for me to make advancement, to purify myself. Therefore, I should do the best. Strong sadhana. I shouldn't wait for someone to ask me, have you finished around? Oh, look at the time. Have you finished around? Look at the time. I shouldn't wait for somebody to tell me that, to ask me that. Strong sadhana. I'm looking at the quality of what I'm doing. Strong sadhana. I'm looking at the quality. What is the mentality I'm using in my practice? We are looking at that. We value where we are, why we are here. We are convinced of the reason why we are here. And we know what we're supposed to do here. And we are constantly checking to see if we are doing what we're supposed to do here. And even if we are doing it, we should know, how are we doing it? This is strong sadhana. How are we doing it? I can say, yes, I finished my japa. What was the quality of the japa? One is making effort in our practice. So I know that if I sit down and sleep, so do I need somebody to come and tell me to stand up? If I want to do strong sadhana. This said is strong sadhana. Right? If I want to eat, do I need you to come and tell me to go and eat? If I want to eat, I'll be looking at the time for prasadana. And when it is time, I'll put the whole of my effort into it. So we put effort in our practice. All right. Last question before we go. Hare Krishna.
You were talking about the leaders, no? And you said that there is material exploitation. I can understand, but you also mentioned spiritual exploitation. So maybe you can give some
Spiritual?
Spiritual exploitation.
Exploitation.
That someone can be a spiritual exploited. I really don't get this. Can you give
Okay.
some examples?
Yes. Yes, very good. I just mentioned a yogi after practice coming back to the city and is getting married to his secretary in office. What is that? What is that? Exploitation. After so many years of practice, come back to the city, become a philanthropist, just to marry his secretaries in office. That's exploitation. Spiritual exploitation. We bring devotees to the movement and we are not training them. What is that? Spiritual exploitation. We're not training people. We're not taking interest in people, helping devotees that we have. We use a lot of effort to go and bring people here. We don't think that it's also necessary for us to use energy to train people we have brought here. It's exploitation. Cheating. Right? The leaders are abusing their dependent. What is that? A lot of abuses in our movement. What is that? For the leaders. It is spiritual exploitation. Make sense? Why? Because we don't have the interest of these people, interest of the disciples, instead of devotees in our environment. We don't have their goodwill. And why we don't have the goodwill? We are thinking all of you are my property. Isn't it? You are my property. So I use you as I like. Because you are nobody, you can just throw it away. So even in the Hare Krishna movement, we have this language, a dump. Dump. This is very demonic. It's demonic. Use and dump. It's demonic word, demonic consciousness. That's exploitation. Pure devotees' interests. They travel the whole world. Srila Prabhupada traveled the whole world. What is he doing? To converse people, to bring people to Krishna. And he gave the necessary training. Prabhupada gave training from passing through, even how to pass through. Prabhupada gave training up to that point. Is it not? To that level, Prabhupada did. To where? The kitchen, the cleaning, dirty. What is it he didn't do? He did all. How to sleep, how to eat, what to eat, everything. He did all it alone. But now is to see what he has done for us and don't care for devotees. That is cheating. It's exploitation. A devotee come, Prabhu, I have this question. Go and chant. What is that? It's exploitation. Prabhu, Maharaj, I have this question. Go and chant Hare Krishna. I met a devotee in Mauritius, and he told me, these questions I have asked you today has been with me for 20 years. After 20 years, I'm asking you this question. All the time I'm pushed away. Go and chant. Go and chant. Go and chant. Not giving answer to my questions. And then he warned me, you should not change. I said, yes, I will not change. I will not change. We shouldn't change. Let us do the right thing. Let us do the right thing. The training Prabhupada has given to us. And my spiritual master, His Holiness Bhakti Maharaj, a leader who has vision. While dealing with the many, don't forget the one. That is the vision of all acharyas, Bonafide acharyas. That is the vision. So our success is what? Our success is we have so many disciples. We should give training to these disciples, and we should have the vision to see the disciples that they are receiving. And we should invest on those and train them to become the future leaders. If we don't do that, it's exploitation. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.